Welcome back to Reddit Confessions and Psychology, where we dive into real-life stories from Reddit that are raw, emotional, and sometimes really hard to hear. But they teach us so much about human behavior and how we deal with pain. Today's confession is trending for all the wrong reasons. It's not just about cheating, it's about family betrayal. Imagine discovering that your spouse and your own sibling were having an affair behind your back. It's one of those moments that can flip your entire world upside down in a single night. Stay with me, because by the end of this story, we're going to talk about why family betrayals cut so deep, why they feel so different from regular cheating, and how people even begin to heal from something like this. Let's jump into the confession itself. I'll read it just the way it was posted, and then we'll talk about the psychology behind what's happening. So, I don't even know how to write this without feeling like I'm living in some kind of soap opera. I've been married for 8 years. My wife and I have had our share of struggles, sure, but I honestly thought we were solid. We have 2 kids, a nice home, and we were even planning a vacation this year. I thought we were happy. A couple of weeks ago, my younger brother came over for dinner, which isn't unusual. We've always been close. My wife cooked, the kids were playing, and it felt like a normal night. I went to bed early because I had an early work call the next day. Around 1 in the morning, I woke up because I heard something downstairs. At first, I thought it was one of the kids. I go down quietly, and there they were. My wife and my brother on the couch, kissing. And not the kind of quick, shocked kiss you give someone by mistake. No, this was the kind of kiss that said they had done this before. I froze. They froze. My brother literally bolted out the door, and my wife just sat there crying. She admitted they'd been seeing each other for months. While I was working late shifts, they were sneaking around. I asked my brother why, and he just said, "I don't know, man. I didn't mean for it to happen. We just connected. With my wife, I kicked him out of my life completely. My wife wants to work things out for the kids, but every time I look at her, I see my own brother's face. My parents found out and are begging me to forgive because family is family. But right now, I feel like I don't even have one anymore. I can't stop thinking, if family can betray me like this, who can I actually trust?" Let's take a moment to sit with that, because it's a lot to process. Cheating on its own is painful enough. It breaks trust. It shakes your confidence. It feels like someone has taken a knife to your heart. But when that betrayal comes from inside your own family, that pain hits on an entirely different level. The thing about betrayal within a family is that it creates what psychologists call betrayal trauma. That's when the very people you rely on for safety and trust become the ones who cause harm. It's not just heartbreak, it's a complete dismantling of what you thought was safe in your life. That's why he's not just saying, "My wife cheated." He's saying, "If family can betray me, who can I trust?" That's betrayal trauma speaking. It doesn't just hurt, it changes how you see the entire world. And then there's the brother. Why would a sibling do something like that? Sometimes siblings fall into what's called rivalry, even as adults. They might not even consciously realize they're competing, but when one has something stable or meaningful, like a marriage, it can create this weird undercurrent of jealousy or curiosity. And when you're already close, emotional boundaries can blur. What might start as innocent joking or sharing personal stories can quietly shift into intimacy, and before long, someone crosses a line they can't uncross. The wife, on the other hand, might have been seeking comfort or validation she felt she wasn't getting at home. That doesn't excuse what happened, far from it, but it shows how cheating within close circles often isn't just about physical attraction. It's about an emotional closeness that slowly became something forbidden. People convince themselves it's harmless until, one day, it isn't. And did you notice what the parents said? Family is family. That's another painful layer. Families often pressure people to forgive because they're focused on keeping everyone together, even when the one who was hurt hasn't even had the chance to fully process what happened. It's what's known as a loyalty bind. You're expected to stay loyal to the family unit. even at the expense of your own emotional healing. That makes the pain even worse, because now you're grieving and feeling pressured to get over it for everyone else's comfort. The emotional aftermath of something like this is huge. You stop trusting not just the people who hurt you, but sometimes people in general. Friendships can feel fragile. Romantic relationships in the future can feel like a risk. Even your own home doesn't feel like a safe place anymore, because it's tied to that night, to that moment when everything broke. And one of the hardest parts? You start questioning yourself. You wonder, did I miss something? Am I broken for not seeing it sooner? That's a common response to betrayal. You turn the blame inward when, really, the betrayal says more about their choices than about your worth as a person. Healing from something like this takes time, and often, outside help like therapy. Because when your foundation is shattered by people you trusted most, rebuilding isn't just about deciding whether to stay or leave the marriage. It's about rediscovering who you are when your world has been turned upside down. So what do we take from this? Family betrayal isn't just heartbreak. It's like an earthquake that shakes every part of your life. And as much as people might push for quick forgiveness, healing only happens on your terms, at your own pace, not because someone else says it's time to move on. Here's what I want to ask you. If this were your life, would you stay and try to rebuild for the kids' sake? Or would you walk away and start fresh? And here's another question. Do you think betrayal from family hurts worse than betrayal from a partner? Or is pain just pain, no matter where it comes from? Drop your thoughts in the comments. These conversations matter because so many people go through things like this in silence, and hearing different perspectives can actually help someone who's watching right now. Thanks for spending your time with us on Reddit, Confessions in Psychology. If this story resonated with you or helped you think about your own experiences differently, give this video a like, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next deep dive into the real, raw, and human side of Reddit Confessions. Until next time, take care of yourself, and remember, healing is possible, even when it feels like the world just collapsed around you.